You guys down the stretch in Washington the other night.
Yeah, and I think we had a slow start, but I think by the end of the second, start of the third period, we really figured out our game and just kind of held it in the ozone for a little longer, and our D got shots through from the point, and I think we just did a good job capitalizing on our chances.
As a young guy, what's it like going up against McDavid?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty nerve-wracking. Obviously, he's really skilled, really fast, so you just don't want to get beat and try to limit his offense. But he's a pleasure to watch. But yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking playing against him.
We'll probably see Tavares go up against him quite a bit. Like, what's standing out about Johnny's game right now?
Yeah, I think he's been solid in all three zones, all over the ice, both power play. I think he's just been a guy we can count on for an important draw. So he's been really good for us.
What's it like when he starts going to the triangle offense that he seems to be kind of a go-to move? What makes him so effective when he, like on the play he made to set up Bobby the other night?
Yeah, I mean, it works out for him a lot, I see it in practice, and, he makes it look effortless. So, hopefully I can see those more again.
Yeah. For you, what are you seeing on the play where you track back to prevent that empty net goal? You were starting pretty low in the offensive zone there.
Yeah, I saw that he was probably the only open guy, and I think I just tried to cover a guy and I went to him, and I'm pretty fortunate that we could stop that and eventually tie the game and steal a point for sure.
Did you think the deflection was going to be good when they were reviewing it?
Yeah, I understand the question. I think I didn't really do myself justice when I kept my stick pretty high to start with, but I think where I made contact with it, I thought it was below the crossbar. I haven't really seen all the views of it, but we won the game, so it doesn't really matter. So.
And I guess Dowd broke his nose on that collision. Like, how did you see that play?
Yeah, I mean, I apologize to him. I really didn't mean to collide with him. It wasn't my intention to hurt him or hit him there. I simply didn't see him coming behind domes, and it's unfortunate, and I apologize to him, and I'm just glad he's okay.
You're such a big, you're a big guy. Like, what's it like trying to avoid that sort of stuff for you? Like, I find that probably happens just randomly.
Yeah, I mean, plays happen quick. There's not really many chances you have. I try to scrunch up and not really, extend out. That's kind of thing. I think just brace and try to protect yourself, and same with the other person. I think that's just how it has to work out. But sometimes it's unfortunate, and plays like that happen, and you just got to move on from it. So.
You've been playing a lot of big minutes, a lot of 20-minute nights. Do you feel a little bit of that responsibility right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to get those opportunities to play that much, and I just got to keep working hard and making sure they can trust me in those kind of situations, and that's the kind of player I want to be. Is just be able to be trusted in any situation on the ice, anytime. So.
You're coming through a busy schedule. Are you looking forward to things lightening up a little bit in the next week game-wise?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty nice. I think a lot of us can get rested and kind of just heal up from things that we got from the start of the season. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice window. I think you don't get that too often. So just to take care of your body, take care of yourself. It's gonna be valuable for this team.
What's it like as a goalie to go up against McDavid?
It's exciting for sure. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with him, and you obviously have to respect his talent and his abilities, his creativity, and I got to play there for a few months, so I kind of get to see it firsthand, day in and day out, and he's a pretty special player.
What stood out to him day in, day out? How good his business?
I mean, obviously on the ice, it's his ability to make plays at such a high rate of speed. He's always moving his feet, and he can think the game really well. And just the way he worked off the ice, he was a great guy, and someone that was well respected in that room.
You guys got the win in the end in the cup final, but what was it like watching him just drag that team back into that series that he did?
I mean, yeah, they've they had a good team last year, and again this year, they're definitely an offensive-minded team. They have a lot of skill up front, and they got some guys in the back end that can shoot the puck as well, and obviously they got Skinner and Pix and that who, are both capable goaltenders. I mean, you look at the way Skinner played last year against us. He kept them in some games, so it's gonna be a real good test for us tomorrow.
Have you had a wow moment against McDavid, either with him as a teammate or when you played against him? I noticed, I think one of the goals he scored on you banked in.
Yeah, I think he shot it from behind the net. went off my helmet. So we'll try to avoid that tomorrow.
On that, were you like, what the heck is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little younger, so kind of all over the place. But yeah, I mean, he's like, it just goes to show you his hockey IQ and the way he thinks the game. I mean, you can really never take a second off when he has the puck, because he's capable of doing things like that.
He has the puck in the second offensive zone. What goes through the goalie's mind knowing that he has so many things that he can do that you might not expect?
I mean, I just focus on the shot. I mean, that's all you can do. You just got to read, kind of try to read his hands, try to read kind of where he's going, where other guys are on the ice. Obviously he's a special player, but at the end of the day, there's 4 other guys on the ice too who can make plays, and he's looking to set them up as well. So you can't really get puck focused on him, because those other guys can get open.
What have you liked about your team without Boston, how they played in front of you and Joe?
I just think the full commitment to playing a two-way game, just up and down the ice, being physical and kind of throwing the other team off. I mean, you look at that third period against Washington, we started to get to the body a little more. We were getting pucks to the net, traffic to the net, and it was just creating a lot of chaos. And when you have the puck in the offensive zone, you're cycling around like that. It kind of limits the team's offensive chances against. And I think they maybe had 4 or 5 shots, but Waller came up big. He came up big in overtime on Ovi, and that led to the game-winning goal. So I just think our resiliency to kind of not give up, and we're always in the fight. So just try to get in there and get 2 points.
What did Tavares look like to you in Washington?
I definitely had a little jump in his step. I mean, he put the speed burners on for that overtime goal. Must be those new CCM skates. But he's been playing well. He's been a leader in the room, and someone that plays a two-way game, and the younger guys can look up to him. And when he's going and he's playing at his best, it kind of rallies the team and makes everyone want to play just like him.
Pretty late schedule the rest of the way this month. You looking forward to a little mental, physical reset a bit?
Absolutely. Anytime, you can kind of get away from the back-to-backs and the 3 and 4s, it's always nice. But, hopefully it doesn't ruin our rhythm. But, I mean, Chiefs got us going pretty hard in practice here, so I think the guys will do a good job. And the guys that are banged up, it'll be nice for them to get some rest.
John, what was it like seeing David join the 1,000-point club last night?
I don't know. I think obviously we're watching. Everyone's watching. Obviously playing against him, a really, really special, really unique player. So 4th fastest, right, to 1,000. It's pretty remarkable. So we'll have our hands full tomorrow. Obviously his goal, but unbelievable playing overtime. Obviously, so hell of a player.
Anthony was just saying the new CCM skates allowed you to get the afterburners in overtime. You feel like you got a little jump in your step right now?
Yeah, just trying to play. That's what you try to work throughout the summer, throughout camp, and throughout the season. Go out there and play, and not just play well certain points of the game, but all throughout the night, and even when you gotta go to extra time. Find a little extra in the tank, especially when you get an opportunity like that. So I wanted to make the most of it, and obviously get up the ice. I thought their goalie might come out and challenge, so just tried to get up there as quick as I can, and happy I was able to get there and get the opportunity I got and put it in.
Just back to Connor. I mean, you and him led similar lives in terms of teenage hockey. What has stood out to you about how he's handled this and managed becoming the star that he's become in the public eye when a guy maybe doesn't want to be, just wants to play hockey?
Yeah, I think when he was younger, I don't want to say it was overwhelming for him, but it was a lot of attention, no doubt. It was very unique at different time in terms of social and those types of things. Than I remember being young and obviously following Sid through his junior career, and the anticipation of him coming to the NHL, and was obviously very, very high, but was almost felt like to a different level for Connor. And I got to be around him when the NHLPA had that camp, and I was following him that summer. You can even when I was around him at that time, you can even sense just all the attention. I don't want to say he was uncomfortable, but you can just sense it was a lot for a teenager and a kid, and I think he just wanted to play hockey and loves to play. So. And I think now there's a real sense of himself and how he carries himself on a daily basis, how he deals with the media, deals with being in the public eye all the time. So obviously he's found a pretty good balance. I mean, what he does season to season, the type of player that he is, all that he has on his plate, it's not easy, but it's impressive what he does. So, like I said, it'll be, as always, when you play him, it's always one of the toughest challenges of the year.
Was that going into his rookie year, John? Or
I think that was going into his first year in the O. Yeah.
Did you find it emotional when you hit 1,000? Like, can you imagine what kind of he's thinking right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little sense of the journey to get there, but his journey was a lot shorter than mine. So maybe it was just another one for him. So, he's obviously doing very impressive things, obviously when you watch, but then the numbers obviously back that up and what he's been able to do since he's come into the league. So it's obviously a significant milestone. I know he'll recognize that. I think even as impressive as he's been to be the fourth fastest to get there. I think there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Playing with a lot of great teammates on a lot of great teams. The support you get to get to a mark like that. So it was really special for me. I think it's there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm sure it's similar for him.
What do you like about the whole team's comeback effort in Washington?
Well, it may have seemed just we had a great last, 5 to 10 minutes, because that's when the puck was going in the net. But really, I think our game started to build throughout the night, and we started to just, put things in our favor and hound the puck, forecheck, and just kind of stay with it, earn opportunities, try to wear them down, and knowing. Ourselves are on a back-to-back, just try to empty the tank and give ourselves a chance to get back in the game, which I thought we did a good job of, and then eventually got rewarded and had to go the distance, but got the job done. So I think just credit to the guys and the group for staying with it, especially after a tough night the night before, getting down, early in that game in Washington. But so it was a good character win, something we want to build off of.
What do you see on the setup for Bobby's goal?
Pardon?
What did you see on that when you're kind of coming down, decide to go triangle like that?
Well, I had some space some good speed coming through the neutral zone. Just felt it was a good opportunity to challenge one-on-one. Once you get a stepper, you're able to get around the defender. You're looking what your options are, whether it's attack the net, finding a trailer, or even sometimes just holding the puck and extending the ozone play. But the other defenseman, I started to slide a little bit, knowing I could have had maybe an angle to shoot, but it wasn't a great angle. And then I knew Bobby was with me, so I just trusted that he was there. Happy to see him connect on it.
What's the latest on Austin? How's he progressing?
Normal. I mean, no setbacks. Just we're doing what we can. Like we got 1 game or 2 games and. A long stretch here of time, so we're letting them recover.
Not that you would rush it back ever, but just that a key, Craig. You're not playing. Like, you have 5 games rest.
Yeah,
let him rest.
Yeah, for sure, it's important. I think the whole thing is like I talked before. We want to get him 100%. We want to get it behind us so we can, he can move forward and we can move forward here. But it does help. We played 2 games here in I don't know how many days, but.
Sorry, Craig. It's been day-to-day for 10 days. So is the organization surprised that it's taken this?
Am I surprised?
It's been, yeah.
Well, everybody's different, and all injuries and things are different, right? I mean, I don't have an answer for you with that. Would I like him back? Yeah, for sure. But it is what it is. So we just got to keep moving on, and without him right now.
Has he been off the ice the last 2 days
Yeah.
as well? Okay.
Yeah.
How about Max?
Max's maintenance. He's he's obviously fighting through something too. So, but he'll be good to go tomorrow. But it's just maintenance more for him right now.
How's he dealing with the mental strain of he has gone? This is the longest drought of his career points wise.
Well, obviously, yeah, for sure. A player like him and players like that, they're going to struggle mentally a little bit with it. But he had some opportunities last game. It didn't go in, and he's just got to keep fighting through it. He'll be fine. But obviously, he feels it, and I feel it for him. So we talked to him about it, and he's got to just fight through it, and he is right now.
Alex Steves has been knocking on the door, breaking through to the NHL for a couple of years now. What did you like about him in camp and like about him?
I thought he had a real good camp with his energy and, just his work ethic and puck battles and things like that. And, he came in and did a fine job for us last game too. I thought he was fine in the game and we were happy with him. So, he's got to just keep, staying focused and, when he gets an opportunity to get in there and does his best.
With Connor Timmins, was there a point in camp or at any where he sort of popped for you?
Yeah, I thought, the exhibition games, I really liked his competitiveness in the game and how he competed defensively and what he was doing. With the puck, he does make good plays with it and exits out of our zone and things like that. So that was always in his game. But for me, the other side of the game popped for me in camp and exhibition games.
Connor McDavid, 1,000 points. You played this game. You know how hard this game is. Can you just put it into context, like what this accomplishes his fourth fastest?
Yes, pretty incredible. I think if you look at today's game and how fast it is and just the structure of the game, how teams play defense, and I'm not taking anything away from the great players that did it before them because they're obviously great and they could probably come in today's game and dominate still. But, it's very impressive. He's a very impressive player. Obviously coached against him for a while now, and he's just incredible with the speed and the agility he has and the control with the puck at that speed. It's incredible.
You happy he got it out of the way before he came in here?
What's that?
You happy he got 1,000 points out of the way before he came in?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but he'll be tough to handle. I mean, he's a great player. We know that, and we're going to have to do a real good job. It's everybody's when he's on the ice, everybody's got to pay attention, and they got to be you got to take time and space away from the best you can, and deny him the puck as much as you can, and that's really it.
You played against Gretzky. How do they compare?
I'm not comparing players. Wayne Gretzky's Wayne Gretzky. That's the best way I can put it. There's only one Wayne Gretzky. Huh?
Give us that sound.
This guy, Wayne, what he did for the game, and it's incredible the numbers he put up and just everything he did. I mean, he's Wayne Gretzky. That's the best way I can put it, and there's no other Wayne Gretzky.
Nylander getting some reps at center today. Is that just because you're down the guys? Or
Yeah, Max is out, and he's, Willie. Like we talked about center, at camp and all that. But what I like about it, he still takes draws. He's still in there, which is good, and that's what he's got to keep doing. And it's he's really good in the face-off dot. He's like 55% on the year, which is good. And he was fine in the middle today. He looked good to me.